Hello, CFA Nation. Gabe.
And an angry wicketkeeper, Nick, here.
I love it. And we are here today to bring you guys your favorite segment, our Three Wickets. Our Three Wickets. All right. First and foremost, I got to say, I'm so glad that the results, and those of you that don't know, Australia ended up winning the series, winning the match. Honestly, they could have swept this thing, okay? They should have won all three games.
Easily.
And I lost my mind yesterday. It was not yesterday, Sunday. Mind you, I was telling people, and Nick knows, it's Sunday. We had people at the house here on Sunday because it was our opening day for football. We have a fantasy football league that my whole family plays in. We had to present the belt, and I'm up here in the room until like 12:30, 1 o'clock watching this game. I forget what time it was. Like, yo, I'll be down in a minute, cousin, because I'm live streaming everybody in this game is great, and I was so mad when it happened. But here's the thing. This series, if anything, showed you guys the ebb and flows of cricket. You know, how you can't just on one performance judge somebody. You know, we've learned that already in cricket. And the fact that cricket is so darn unpredictable. If anybody had told me that after the start England had today, England loses, I would have said no way. Vice versa. If anybody told me on Sunday that England would have won after the blazing start Australia had, when they were chasing, I would have been like, no way. But you know, cricket has games within the game. You know what I mean? They have these pivotal and integral moments. You know, on Saturday, it was when your boy, Captain England, and Archer came out and in a spell of 21 balls, got 4 wickets. These guys were absolute savages. They were going for it, and that changed the complexity of the whole game. All right, go back, watch the review of that one. It was insane. I could not believe it. Today, it was Zampa because, bro, England got gave up their two wickets really quickly. Your boy Root, which I know you're gonna have something to say, on a duck today, as well as who was it that opened on a came out on a duck? It was the other opener. Come on.
Roy.
Oh, there you go, Roy. So Roy and Root both gone on a duck, and then for like the next hour and a half, 2 hours, they couldn't buy a wicket. England was raking, bro. It was disgusting. Oh, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, really? Ruined my day. And then Zampa came in. I can't remember exactly what over it was. And quickly, bro, 2 more wickets fell. And right before I was trying to log off, I was trying to get him to will that next wicket. Didn't happen. I log off. Of course, that's when the wicket happened right before. Of course, I have to go to school. But he changed the complexity of the game, and that was the moment. You know what I mean? Because I was like, man, this game is slipping away. And Zampa came in and got those wickets, bro. All wickets aren't created equally, all right? And those 4 wickets for England that your boy Captain England, Wokes, and Archer got, that kept England from getting swept this series. Let's be real, people. They would have been swept if it wasn't for those 4 wickets in 21 balls. Never seen anything like it.
So Gabe loves to play the game of what should have happened. I try not to get too involved in that because sports is sports. It's unpredictable. Lucky or unlucky, the ending result is the ending result. As salty as I am that my Padres and my Chargers have no championships, you will never hear me say that such and such team should not have won it. Even the Patriots, who I can't stand. I'll never say that because the result is the result. The winner's the winner. And I know not everybody feels that way. But if we're going to play that game, England should not have lost this match today. I say today, but we're recording on the day of the match. They should have lost this match. You want to know what was the pivotal moment? You talk about Zampa. There was a much more bigger pivotal moment than that. They had momentum. They were dropping wickets. And what was the moment? When Archer, my boy, his foot went for that no ball when they had that 6th wicket on the 87th run underneath the 20th over, way below that. They had 87 for 6. They had gotten like 6. And it was a highlight reel, so I know back to back, but they got some early 5 or 6 wickets. That was the moment the entire thing changed. because I don't know who it was, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those 2 century boys that came in today
Carey.
that got their centuries, right?
It
would have
Carey.
stopped them when they were like under 10 or something like that. So that was the moment this match was lost. So if we want to play this game, this or that, then it still would have been a series. England could have won the series. Once again, could have snatched the series away. I can't be quiet no more. It is time to go into what did I dislike. It is time because, and I'm watching the highlight reel. If you watched the no reaction, you said, I see, Root getting a few wickets. I'm like, I'll never say something mean about. Wrong, because I did not know the deets. I didn't have the details. I'm sorry. Is Joe Root a bowler? Is he an all-rounder? No, he's a batsman who bowls occasionally. He is the captain of the test team, for crying out loud, so he's got leadership skills. Let me count up all his runs from these 3 matches. I don't even need that much fingers. He got 40 runs in 3 matches. 40 runs. I can't keep a straight face because Gabe's killing me right now. 40 runs. And guess what? Guess what, everybody? He got 40 runs in 3 matches. He got 39 in 1 of the matches. That means he got a combination of 1 in 2 matches. You're talking. Don't even come at me. Don't even come at me. Come at me, bro. No. Don't even come at me with this guy is one of the top 4 of all time. This guy averages 1 million runs per game. He got 40 in 3 matches. He got 1 in 2 matches. You need someone to step it up. And they got a bunch of runs. They got, 300 or something like that today. We could have used more than that golden duck, for crying out loud. Okay? That's not where it ends with what I don't like. That's not where it ends. I don't understand why this guy's on the squad. Someone please let me know. Because this guy's going to the IPL. And I can't remember whose squad he's on, but he's on your squad. I'm saying sorry right now. Sorry he's on your squad. Tom Curran. Why is this guy on the squad? I know his brother's on the squad. I know his brother can rake occasionally. I know his brother can get some wickets. What in the world is Tom Curran doing? They didn't even let him on the squad in the first ODI. He comes in the last 2. He gets 2 wickets. Okay, he gets 2 wickets in the second match. I'm not going to say that's no big deal. He got 0 in the other match. This guy, don't even think about him as a batsman. Don't even think about it. It's an afterthought, okay? Even Joe Root makes this guy look like he's horrible. Joe Root got way more runs than he did. I don't understand why Tom Curran's on the squad. I don't get it. I don't understand why he's in the IPL right now. There's something I'm missing because I've seen him in T20. I see him in ODI. And I'm not trying to throw hate, but I don't see it. I don't get it. Maybe he's like the rah guy who like, oh, yeah, guys, we can do it. I have no idea. But I'm telling you, England could have taken this series. We got 40 from Joe Root, and we got, I don't know what we got from Tom Curran. I think the stats are wrong. I might have got the wrong Curran wrong when I said he got 2 wickets. That's what I did not like from the England side.
Okay. Holy cow.
All right. From the Australia side, what I did not like. And again, I guess my whole mission is to make everybody hate me, even though it's not that. I am not fake. I'm 100% real. I'm 100% charged. This is just who I am, okay? But this is going to make people hate me. I don't understand what Cummins has been doing this entire series. I don't know. This guy is one of the best all time. Even I recognize that. I saw that in the test. I'm like, wow, who's that guy? I see it in the rankings. This guy is top 10. What was he doing this series? He got 1 wicket per match. And I know those diehard fans are going to come at me and say, hey, Nick, 1 wicket's really good. That when you say not all wickets are the same, that could have changed the complexity of the game. That could have changed momentum. Maybe. But you're telling me Cummins is top 10 because he averages 1 wicket per match? I don't think so. You know he's not there for the bat. I mean, come on. This guy might have got combined 15 runs or something like that. I don't understand what he was doing. If you're an Australia fan, don't throw the hate. You know I love you. You know I even love your squad. But Cummins, again, Australia almost blew this series. They almost blew it. They could have gotten more from Cummins.
Oh, gosh. All right.
I got
it. What do I hate? I hate the fact that I'm wrong. Okay?
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, my gosh. I absolutely destroyed Carey. Like, this guy's garbage. Okay, not just me though. The media destroyed him. And you know what? I still hate that performance. Even though he manned up and said, you know what? The moment was too big. It got away from me. But you play to win the game. What's that from, Nick? You play to win the game. You don't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't think you can beat the other team, don't get in the locker, cousin. You know what I'm saying? Don't take off your jersey. Bottom line, you never show up to play without thinking I can win. All right? Bottom line. And I feel like Curry in that second match, okay? He just, come on, you got bowlers on the other, you're the last tail ender. You're the last real hitter. Last of the Mohicans, all right? Everybody else is a bowler, cousin. You know what I'm saying? And you over here taking singles.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, he's switching, bro, he's taking singles and switching the strike to give it to bowlers that can't rate. All right? What about Pollard? Give me some Pollard who would refuse to take a single.
Don't mention that name in this R3 Wickets. He'll give me nightmares tonight.
He refused to take a single and said, I'm staying here. All right. I'm planting my flag because I'm going to win this game or we lose it. All right. Bottom line. That was a performance. What he went out, and I'm not even asking. He didn't need to do a Pollard. He didn't need to score 72 runs in order to save that second game. But he needed to do more than what he did and give us 19 runs on 10 overs. Are you kidding me? Not seriously, this isn't test, bro. This isn't test. And obviously they got in his ear and told him, yo, you got to step it up. The media crushed him. Other players crushed him. And to his credit, he met up and said, you know what? According to
Did he ever step up?
According to the fans, you know, they said, hey, nah, he just said that the moment got away from him. You know, okay, fine. I'll take that. What I did not like on the England side, I've been saying and touting Archer because I see the talent. I do. But somebody said Archer lacks maturity, and you saw that today. You're right. Not one, but two big gaffes. There should not be a reason that a no ball happens. Bro, I've seen Archer effortlessly throw 91, 92, 93 miles an hour. All right. It's not like he needs to that super run, fast run up in order to get it up that way. That's just a lapse in concentration. And then I just thinking about the review, he had two big gaffes because there was the one, granted, it was a line drive hit right at him, but it just ate him up. That's 2 wickets right there that he lost. Bro, that's the game. That's the game. Carey before that had 12 runs. 12 runs. You dropped the match, Archer. You dropped the match, cousin, and I defend you all the time. And the England fans themselves tell me he needs to mature. And I'm like, what are you talking? He's not a test player. He's strictly, a limited over format or whatever. It's so frustrating when you see the talent. Guys, he's super talented. But yes, he needs to mature. And that's what frustrated me. The fact that I was like, oh, man, I was wrong. I hate admitting that I was wrong. But Archer, you let me down. Again, I'm a West Indies fan. I'm riding and dying with him. I appreciate, I'm rooting for Australia, obviously, but I want to see good play. And that wasn't good play, bro. Come on. Hugest, biggest snowball so far I've seen this year. Probably the biggest snowball of his career right there. You just dropped that match. Like you said, if they get it right there, that would have been the 6th wicket and it would have been 87 for 6. The guy you dropped went on to score another century, cousin. That's a problem. That's a problem. To me,
all right.
That's what I dislike. Nick, take it away.
Let's go into what I learned. And to your credit, the other 2 ODI matches, Archer got himself 3 wickets, one way or another. If he hasn't dropped that catch, and if he doesn't get that no ball, another 3 wickets. Which brings back to my point about Cummins. Archer had 9 wickets. He had 7. He almost had 9. Cummins, he had 3. Anyways. All right. What did I learn? I learned that there are some guys who are night and day. Okay, they're night and day from one match to another. And I get it. You're not going to get 100 every single time. You're not going to get a 50 every single time. If you average 35, 40, that's pretty decent. So I understand it's going to be different. But we're talking about night and day. And I got 2 guys for you. Okay, I got one. His name's Johnny Bairstow. Okay, this guy, according to my math, okay, let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. According to my math, he did not win man of the match. Okay. He scored the most runs of any batsman in this series, 196, according to my math. He had a 112 and he had a 184. And you do the math, you're like, I won't say Mr. Pierce, but Nick, that's 196 right there. That's right. He got a duck in the second match. Night and day. I'm not saying you got to give me 100 every time. I'm not saying you got to give me 80 or 50 every time, but a duck in the middle. And that was the match. I agree. They probably would have lost if they didn't get some luck on their side. That was a match that they scored, I think, their lowest they did in the entire series, and they won that match. He got us a duck, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. I like Johnny Bairstow, but I see this from him way too much. Get himself out by wicket, right? And then he gets 100. Hitting 80, hitting monster bombs and fours, and then he goes out for 1 or 2. We see it too much. It's hit or miss with him. The other hit or miss going to the England side, and this is the guy that won man of the match according to Gabe's research. And that's right. I just do one of the bus in case he's wrong. But according to Gabe's research, Maxwell, night and day, a 108 today. Mad props. 108 is big stuff. 77 in the first match. I totally forgot about that. I thought he didn't do much the first match. 77 in that one. He got a 1 in that middle match. Him and Bairstow both scored really bad in that middle match. A 1. Now, again, I might have my numbers right here. I might have them in different matches, but it was in this series, night and day. Again, I'm not saying that doesn't happen in cricket. I'm not saying they need to get 50 every time. I don't care if you get above the root line, which is 20 right now. You're killing me, Root. I'm saying get above that 20. If you can't get to 100, if you can't get to 50, get above 20. And the ones and the zeros, they just kill the cricket team. That's all I got for what I learned.
Oh, man, poor Joe Root, man. Joe Root's walking around leaking right now because you just keep block. It's like he's in cell block D, cousin, and they running up right behind him just
Dude, I had put myself in detention because of Joe Root for a month now. Now I'm out of detention. I'm out.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, what did I learn, bro? On the English side, I learned first and foremost that as I'm watching this series, yes, England is super talented. And I even asked this question. I was like, man, you've got who's better, Butler or Bairstow? Okay, and everybody's like, you're crazy, bro. Butler, night and day. Bairstow can rake, but he's, to your point, Nick, very inconsistent. He gives away his wickets at time, But the strength of this team is bowling, because if you remember early on, they had no Joe Root, they had no Stokesy, they still have no Stokesy, okay? And bro, they got no Wood. And they're still taking wickets. Bro, that was the most amazing thing I've seen in that second match in cricket thus far, outside of the miraculous, 3 wickets and 14 balls by Stuart the Nightmare Broad. I love to hate him, all right? And bro, four wickets and 21 balls, it was insane. And to see that kind of performance, I guess it makes me feel good that I still can stand on what I've always said. In baseball, just like in cricket, bowling and pitching dominate the game. All right. I don't care if you're Pollard. I don't care if you're Coley. I don't care who you are, dog. If I make my ball, I'm gonna get you out. Bottom line. And that's what really matters. You could put up, look at today, you can put up 305, but if you can't get those wickets, you're gonna give up 306, cousin, and lose. So I love that fact. Love the wickets. Now, on the Australian side, what did I learn? Cricket is a game that's very, very precise. And you can play a guy, and depending where you play him, you can hurt him. You can expose him, okay? Bottom line, Zampa, I killed Zampa, right? I was like, bro, you garbage. Going back to the last series they played, the T20 match against England, right? Because he gave it up, right? He just got lit up like a Christmas tree, and everybody's like, Gabe, he's a spinner. He should not be bowling in the death overs. How many wickets did he have? He averaged 4 a match, right?
He got 10 total. He had 10 total.
10 total wickets, bro. He had 4. Then he had 4 in the second match.
2 threes. He had 2 threes and 4. Right?
4, 3, and 3. This guy was a savage. When I tell you a savage. So I learned that, you know what? It's up to your captain to put guys, and Finchy, you did not do him any favors by putting them in the depth overs, all right? In that T20 match in the last series. But talent is only as good as where it's managed. This is where managers matter. And I think that, again, somebody asked me the question. They said, Gabe, do you understand the difference between the captain now and wicket and any other sport? Not wicket and cricket and any other sport? Yes, it's a nightmare of a job, bro. Because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. No matter what decision is made, you're going to get second guess. And oh, wait, you still got to worry about playing well yourself. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, it's a nightmare. I do not envy any captain. I can see now why people were like, you know what, Steve Sims didn't mind giving up the captaincy because now he can focus on just batting, because it's too much pressure, bro. It's too much pressure, and you can ruin, or not ruin, but you could put a guy in a bad position like a Zampa. You know what I'm saying? You might have some good hitters, but you don't want them going up early because you want them to survive the ball when it's swinging early on, right? You want them to. So there's so many different nuances, man, and that's really what I learned. Nick, let's close this thing out on what did you like?
All right, and I've been throwing a lot of hate, right? Just a little bit more. You mentioned Butler. He did not show up this entire series. I think he had a combination. I made fun of Root. Butler had a combination of like 15 runs. 15
That's why
runs
I
in
asked.
3 matches.
That's why I asked, because Bristol's been going off, but they told me
And
hands down.
He was in every match, and he got 15 runs. Come on. All right. So what did I like? There's a lot that I liked. Not just, individual performances, but the sheer entertainment. Back and forth, that's what you want to see in any kind of match. You want to have the drama so we can have our rants and we can get mad about different things, because it made it exciting as opposed to, oh, this is a blowout, this is boring. I like the fact that you were crushing Carey, and then he came back and he had that redemption. I like the fact that you were crushing Zampa in T20 and he came back. Not because it's a knock on you, happens to me all the time, but because we are able to see these guys redeem themselves so quickly. I think that's awesome. As far as the England side, I mean, I promise I try not to go here every single time. I really do. But is it any surprise what I like on the England side? It's my man, Captain England. It's my man, Captain England. This guy, and I'm with Gabe. I mean, he was crushing one of our streams for not calling him an all-rounder. I had no idea he was an all-rounder. I thought he was just a bowler as well. This guy is an all-rounder, okay? This guy, in his 3 matches, he got wickets 2, 3, and 1, total of 6. And by my count, that was the 3rd highest below Archer's 7 and Zampa's 10. That's right. He got more than Stark. He got more than Stark, who I think is the top-rated bowler right now in at least one of the formats. And then for batting, he got a 53. That's right, a half century. Sorry about that. He got 26 and he got 10. Okay, 10 was his lowest score. And this brings me back to my point about Bairstow, my point about Root, my point against Butler. At least get me 10. I mean, at least give me 10. I would love 20. At least give me something. I can't get a duck. I can't get a 1. And he comes in as a tail ender typically. If I'm in there 3 or 4 and I get out on a duck, that sucks. But I got 6 guys behind me who are going to pick me up. If I'm a tail ender and I go out on a duck, then I just wasted that wicket completely. So he goes in there, he gets himself a 50, he gets himself 26, he gets himself a 10. Today with that 50, it didn't matter. Australia was too much. But imagine if he didn't get that 53, they would have won it in the 47th, 48th over easy. So I love the fact that Chris Wokes constantly makes me feel good about loving the guy as a cricketer from the very beginning. I mean, it started off just as a joke. Like, hey, that looks like Chris Evans, like Captain America from the Avengers. I'm going to call him Captain England. Everyone's like, but Root's the captain. Yes, I know, but he reminds me of Captain America. And then his middle name is Roger, for crying out loud. Steve Rogers. His name, Chris Wokes. I mean, you can't make it up. So, I mean, this guy is, his full name, it's a long name, is Captain England, Steve Rogers, Chris Wokes, Wodgers. It's a super long name, okay? And there's a Roger in there somewhere too. This guy is unbelievable. I think he's a phenomenal player. He won man of the match, man of the series in a previous series in this year. This guy is phenomenal, okay? I am still going to give some love to Bairstow. He was in my What I Learned segment. This guy, 112, 84. He had the most runs. Big props to him. As far as the Australia side, I so badly want to go somewhere, but I do not want to steal your thunder, but you better mention this guy, okay? But that guy is the true guy who I liked about Australia. I mean, this guy, he just doesn't seem, and I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to steal your thunder. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who is just like your all-star bowler, but this guy balled out every single day. Not just one big game where he had a 5-er. He balled out every single game. But I'm going to give some love. I'm going to give some props to Maxwell, all right? Maxwell, we were told from the beginning, this guy is amazing in the T20 series. We didn't see it too much. Then he gets 77. He got that 1, which is horrible, but he got a 108. This guy was the anchor with Carey, who I think Carey had more runs. But Maxwell, in my opinion, was that anchor. He had the 7 6s. Him and Carey together, I guess I can put them both together. Those guys saved this series. You talk about Stuart Broad in that test series. These guys saved the series. They got that lucky no ball, okay? And I say lucky, it's part of the game. but they got that second chance. Did they squander that second chance? Did they waste that second chance? No, they took it to England. They said, we don't care who you are. We don't care what your rank is. This is our match. And they went out there together. Maxwell, I feel in it. Carey redeemed himself, and they took over the match. And even though I'm rooting for England, I have nothing but respect for what they did. That's what I absolutely loved, because they won the series for their squad.
Definitely. All right. So on the England side, what did I love? Here's the thing. I had to ask the question today about Burstow because I've seen such big performances already from him. Yes, we also saw, and people are like, I've never seen that before. And I've been watching cricket for a decade when he got out by hitting his own wicket. You know what I'm saying? But this guy can seriously rake, bro. And it's almost effortlessly when he hits the ball. Does he make boneheaded errors? Yes. But here's the thing. If it's not Burstow, Root can go out and score nothing like he did today. Jason Roy, our opener, nothing. Both of them gone on Golden Ducks, and they still put up 305. Bro, their lineup is stacked. These guys can hit. It's Billings. It's Morgan. I mean, you know what? Bottom line is Joe Root could have a bad day, get out on the duck, and you can still put up 305. You could lose both openers and on ducks and still put up 305 because they're so deep. You got Wokes. Bro, in the second match, this game should have been over, okay? And literally, people forget, even though it took that unbelievable bowling performance, right, from Wokes and Arch together combined, something more important happened, or as important happened in England's inning when they were batting. The tail wagged, cousin. The tail wagged between Wokes and Archer. Archer put up literally, I think it was 18 runs or 13, 14 runs in an over. All right. He had one over. He hit a 6, a 10, another 4, or it was 14 runs. What's going on here? The tail wags. Everybody over there rakes. You can't say the same thing about other teams. Australia, my own West Indies. Everybody over there rakes. So I feel like they're never out of it in a game. We're talking about England. Now, talking about Australia, what I loved, first and foremost, I'm going to take my hat and tip my hat off to Carey. Why? Because he got crushed. Social media, reporters, everybody crushed him for that performance. He didn't hang his head, bro. He came back and said, I'm a battle, and went out today and did his job, bro. And that was huge. He could have easily just packed it up and said, man, I can't believe I played that way. I'm getting crushed. I'm getting all this hate from everywhere. But he played, and he was huge. Like you said, he was part of the reason that they won the game today. Why couldn't Campbell do that? That's all I'm saying. Everybody has a bad game, bro. Everybody does. But go out there and battle, bro. Go out there and battle. You saw what I saw. Campbell basically laid down. All right, yeah, I made an error. Let me go now and give up my wicket on 3 balls. I still remember it. It was 3 balls. Are you kidding me? Have a heart.
You are harsh.
You know what I'm saying? Just have heart. That's all I'm saying. Go out there and bang out. If you don't bang out, then don't you know what? Don't lace up the shoes, basically. Don't show up if you're not ready to play. Win or lose, you should be ready to play. And it's not just, don't go through the motions is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So Carey, I apologize. You the man. You know what, though? I better never see that kind of effort again. I'm saying rotating strike. What's wrong with you? Now, what I really love was Zampa, bro. This guy shows why bowling is so important. All right. I don't care who you have in your, again, 305. I didn't think that Australia had 305 in them. No, not today. Not today. I was like, oh my God. Everybody was saying, oh, this looks like a 300 easy score. And they were right. But they didn't know that Australia had 307, especially without Steve Smith. But guess what? It's the bowling. If you don't have the guys that can get the wickets, I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree, cousin. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. And that's what I love. It still proves that bowling dominates games. Bowling dominates cricket. If you do not have bowlers, you're done. Right now, we're doing our IPL overview. You know what I'm looking for? Guys that have teams that got bowling. Because I've seen it firsthand already in T20 when we were looking at the CPL. If you can't get those wickets, bro, come on. You can't get those wickets, you're in trouble. Are you in trouble? So guys are gonna put up 72 runs in the death overs? That's what Pollard and Pierre did, 72 runs. You need to have bowlers. And Zampa, I'm so excited that he went out and performed that way. And honestly, it's almost blasphemous to say, but people were talking about it today. Like, oh, you know what? You guys should play fantasy cricket. And I was like, Nick and I were actually talking about that. Maybe create a league. And I'm like, I think I might have to go. If I'm playing IPL, bro, my first 2 or 3 picks might be bowlers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they dry up quick. Think about it. In the IPL, bro, guys are gonna get lit up like Christmas trees. You know what I'm saying? So you need those bowlers, that are gonna get wickets. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, I'm so excited for IPL. Like I'm already talking. We're doing an ODL thing, and we're talking about IPL right now. But Zampa should have got man of the match. I understand why they gave it to Glenn Maxwell, but man, Zampa saved this series. Again, if you guys were on a live stream with me, you know England gave up those 2 early wickets and then started raking. And all it took to break that momentum, to break that partnership, was to bring in Zampa, and my man got his wickets. Oh, I love this kid. Even with the mullet. All right. Even somebody said, oh, the mullet hasn't gone out of style in Australia. Really? I thought the mullet was illegal everywhere, bro. What are you saying?
What a difference a week makes, this guy with Zampa. We hope you enjoyed our 3 wickets. Once again, we say things with the utmost passion and love for cricket. No hate intended, except for maybe Campbell's rant over there. We hope you guys can give us a thumbs up, and you can subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Don't forget to check out our IPL overviews that we've been putting together. I can't speak right now. But with all that being said, thank you so much. And until next time.
This is the way.